will now do the panels, do one of the side panels here. This actually goes just under the seat for all you K connoisseurs. You'll know that one. It comes in two different types. I've got the one with the pin on the end. So I'm going to get to it. Basically what I've done here is, well, you can see I've already cut out the bit. Fortunately it's got squares. My cutting's not the greatest in the world, but I certainly know that I'm going to be not using those edges there. I've figured out roughly how far I need to be from end to end, and what I do like to do is give it a good wrap around the seam here, because this stuff, it can shrink over time, especially in the harsh weather with the sun beating down on it one day. That's a rarity in this country, and plenty of rain, ice, snow on it the rest of the time. Yeah, I'm one of these crazy riders that will ride all year round, no matter what the weather, no matter what's on the tarmac. So this needs to have a good wrap. What I've done here, figured out roughly central, and I will work from the middle out either way. This is a relatively flat bit of panelling here, but here there's a very slight ridge. Pull that off, and obviously it is coming rounding out over there, rounding out over here, rounding out down this end here as well. And I need to get it around the little pin here, and also cut it around these bits here that sort of hook up underneath the tank. Right, I'll pop this down. Also, I use the heat gun. I've discovered if the heat gun's too hot, it takes away that lovely ridging carbon fibre look and turns it into just a shiny pink blobby mess. So, I now am only using the heat gun on setting 1 and holding it at quite a distance away from the 3M, so that it's not burning the pattern out of it. As you can imagine, there was a little bit of swearing when I did that, because actually I had most of it done, so I had to rip the whole lot off and start again. So that's looking pretty good there. You should be able to see what I'm doing here. So let's get all these dusty bits off first, and use a lint-free cloth just to wipe it down. Okay. You'll notice I've got an old t-shirt underneath here as well, just so it's not picking up any rubbish from the workbench, because believe me, I'm not the tidiest. I wish it was a lot tidier, but I'm not really the tidiest of people. I'm just going to figure out approximately where that central bit is going. Okay, I could actually go that way just a touch more, and that way a touch more. Just trying to figure out with the shape of it and everything, I'm going to be able to get, for instance, everything around the corners here, and bearing in mind that there's a thinner lip this end as well. I think that's probably it, about there. So I'm just going to put it over, double check that it's not moved too much, and because this is relatively flat, I should just be able to peel it off, and using the flat of my hand just gently ease it over. I won't really need the heat gun until later on, when I need to get it to go around corners. Yeah, just get it, work it in nice and slowly, and I'm nearly up to the end there. What I will do is just, here we go, using the scissors, just trim up some of this excess paper, although I will try and keep as much of the paper on as possible in order that it sort of protects the loose bits here and it's not picking up crap from the workbench. So that ends okay. And just find the end here. And just ever so gently, see, not too fast, smooth and slow, using the flat of my hand. I'm quite lucky, I'm fairly ambidextrous, so I don't have to go fiddling and faffing and turning it all around. Some things obviously I can't write, certainly can't write that well with my left hand, but some things like this, using a spanner, those sorts of things, I can do with my left hand, which is quite useful. And there we go. Cut the paper off. It's at this point that I could probably get out my other panel and say here's one that I did earlier in good old Blue Peter style, but I won't, I will persevere and carry on. So just giving it a little rub down there. I just stand back and check it from an angle just to see if there's any bubbling or anything, but looks like there might be one there. I might need to use a pin on it just to get it out. What's great about this stuff is you can pull it up and reset it again, but I'm not even sure if it is one or actually just like a little bit of a lump from underneath. The actual panels aren't that smooth really. have completely finished wrapping this panel now. You can see it's nice and smooth, wrapped around the edges, and you can see how much overlap I've got on the inside here. And the reason being is that as this contracts in the heat and cold, and wet, damp, UK gives you it all, it means that it won't contract back over the surface that you can see. And you can also see the lovely sort of carbon style patterning all down, all over here. So I'm really pleased with this job. Makes the bike look a lot sleeker, a lot newer, a bit more modern as well. These are, you know, this sort of carbon look wasn't around back in the 80s and 90s when these bikes were made. So I'm really pleased with this, and can't wait to get the bike finished now and get it all put back together.